episode 76. You are listening to the new Glam Gal podcast, the podcast where style meets confidence. Conquer the frustration of trying on clothes and learn to dress and love the body you are in. There are no size or weight requirements here. I'm your host, Miss J. Join me, won't you? Hey, Glam Gal, welcome back to the podcast. I want to continue the discussion we've been having since the new year began. Episode 74, we talked about setting New Year's style resolutions and building a wardrobe you love one item at a time. In episode 75, we talked about the idea that you can be a woman who can pull off anything because you're not born with the ability to quote unquote pull things off. It's a matter of experience and experimenting. So this week we're going to talk about a very specific item that I get a lot of interesting thoughts from my clients about. We're going to talk about how to find your signature lip color. Now, I want you to know that perhaps there's not going to be just one. For some of you, there's going to be the go-to lipstick for the evening, the go-to lip balm for the daytime. So when I say signature lip color, I don't want this to close your mind off to one color all the time. Like, let's not get hyperbolic or dramatic. But I want you to play around with this idea that there could be this go-to item that makes getting ready so much easier for you. And if you've tuned in and you know that we're going to build this stylish wardrobe that you love one item at a time, and we're going to get curious whenever our brain tells us that we can't pull something off, then the quest for a signature lip color just becomes fun. It becomes this thing that we experiment with and that we learn through experience what works for us and what absolutely does not. Also, a lipstick can be a fairly inexpensive investment in yourself. It's a place to get started on the road to building a wardrobe, a stylish look that you love. Sometimes it can be a little daunting to approach the makeup counter with all the ladies who are a little bit overly make-upped sometimes, especially if you're the kind of gal who doesn't currently wear any makeup. The idea of approaching one of these counters can be really daunting because you see all these ladies coming at you like a parade of parakeets all adorned in their feathers, and it's just a bit much, and you know they're going to try and upsell you on all the things. So I want you to go in with the right mindset because I do want you to try and approach one of these counters with a parade of peacocks, but I want you to go in with the mindset that you're in charge. You get to decide what you buy. You get to decide what you like and what you don't like because you're always in charge of what goes on your face. A lot of my ladies who are reluctant to experiment with makeup or lip color or eye color, it can be a daunting experience because you have it in your head that it should look a certain way. And when it doesn't look however you think it should look or however somebody tells you it should look, you get discouraged and you stop trying. So rule number 1 is you are in charge of what goes on your face or what doesn't. You are always in charge. There's no way that it should look other than if you like it or not. That's the only criteria. Not what Sally Peacock thinks, but what you think about the item on your face. So the second rule, first one is you're in charge of what goes on your face. The second one is the criteria always is whether you like it or not. And third, you don't have to buy anything. Hear me out. You can always tip someone for taking time with you, but you are not obligated to purchase anything. I know that some of us, when we go to get our makeup done at a makeup counter, we believe we have to buy all of the products that are presented to us. And it can be really nerve-wracking to tell this person no because they took time with you and oh my gosh, you have all this drama in your head about the thing. Stop it. Remember, you're in charge of what goes on your face. The only criteria is whether you like it or not. And third, you are not obligated to buy anything. Now, wouldn't that take the pressure off of going to find a lipstick? I mean, really, if you go in with that mindset, then it's just time to have fun and try stuff on. And then walk away guilt-free if you decide to not buy anything at all. Now, in terms of style perspective, I want you to think of this as kind of what I call a lipstick ladder. It's a concept I've been working on with one of my clients. You start with a color that is as close to your natural lip color as possible. Try that on for size, because if you're not used to wearing lipstick or lip gloss or any type of heavier textured item on your lip, it will take some getting used to. My mom is sort of notorious for eating her lipstick off. So if you're one of those kinds of gals who's constantly licking your lips or reapplying your chapstick, something as close to your natural lip color as possible is going to be the best place to start, because if you eat it off or it smears throughout the day, it's going to be kind of a no fuss thing. We're just trying to get you used to the texture of having something on your lip. Now, when you're ready to graduate from there, think of it as going up the rungs on a ladder. You're going to try a color that's a little pinkier, a little redder, maybe even a little more orange, a little more purple, dare I say. You're going to go up in the tint of the color of the lipstick or lip gloss. Now, I don't want you to go full red unless you absolutely want to. Again, there's no criteria here. But eventually, you'll graduate to something that has a little more pigment and a little more pigment until you find yourself at just that right color. To where you put it on and you're smacking your lips and you're doing that little double take in the mirror, a little smirk, a little smile comes out, and you've found the color. Or at least a series of colors, a family of colors that you will wear on the regular. But you don't have to do this all at once. So your mission, Glam Gal, should you choose to accept it, is to try your own version of the lipstick ladder. Find a color that's as close to your skin pigment as possible and work your way up from there. This holds true for eyeshadow. This holds true for blush. Ease your way in until you find the item that works for you. And we don't have to go and purchase a myriad of items. We're talking about one item at a time. That's our methodology this year. That is our theme for this year. Building a wardrobe, a style, a beauty routine that you love, one item at a time. I would love to see what you all come up with. So feel free to tag me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram at Judith Gaton. Also, I want to let you ladies know we're doing the personal style class. So if you have not registered yet, what is up with that? Even if you can't make it on January 20th, 2020 at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, register so you have the replay available whenever you want it. I also send the gals who register the slides so they can take notes on the live class. Again, this is not a replay. I don't do those phony replays that look like live things. That's just, I wouldn't do that to you because I don't really appreciate that. So it's a live class. Come hang out with the other glam gals. It'd be so fun to see you there. You can register for the personal style class at www.judithgaton.com/webinar. All right, let's get it, glam gals. Miss J out.